Hi, Evolve and Ascend community. Hi, Instagram. I'm not expecting a lot of people to see this, but I wanted to hop on and take advantage of the fact that I'm feeling pretty good, and I don't ever really show my face too often around Evolve and Ascend, but I just wanted to say hi. So hi. For those of you who don't know, my name is Jen, and I'm the founder of Evolve and Ascend. I started this platform in 2013 with just an idea that came into form through a series of synchronicities, and it's been kind of shifting shape ever since. Hi, Zombie Acid 69. So I actually recently deactivated my personal Instagram to just take some space for my own mental health. It's only been a week without having a personal Instagram, and man, what an addiction this thing is. I don't know how many of you guys are feeling it, especially because of the time that we're in with, the quarantine, the pandemic, things like that. Social media has become even more all-consuming, addicting, and it's rough. On my personal Instagram, I really made a point over the last, thank you, Mohan. Over the last few years on my personal Instagram, it's just being very candid, very vulnerable, very honest, and I'm grateful to have had that space to do that. But last week I had to put my cat down, and that really broke my heart and shattered it, really, and caused me to kind of pause and reflect on how much I really want to share with the world, how much I actually want to experience, how much do I need to document, how much do I actually need to feel, how much time am I giving this thing in my hands. So ironically, saying this from the Evolve and Ascend account, it feels like an important message to share about balance of social media in today's time, and remembering that there's nothing like real human connection. And thank God for these devices that allow us to connect with like-minded souls far and wide. As you get into your adulthood and 20s and 30s and beyond, it becomes harder to find friends that you are on the same wavelength with. Oh, wow. Quest 555, you're so lucky that you had a cat to 23. My cat Ziggy was only 10, so that was even harder. My first cat lived to be 17, so I felt like my time with her was cut short. But all that to say, it's funny, not funny, but interesting. I had been revisiting the Lord of the Rings, and I don't know if any of you who are tuned in remember the Rankin Bass cartoon of The Hobbit and Return of the King, but they're really cute, quirky. But thinking about losing my cat and how deeply that's affected me, to the point of deactivating social media, really taking a pause, and how something so little can have such a profound impact. Thinking about the Lord of the Rings, as a myth, giant wars were started, and so much strife happened over something so little, the one ring of power. So, in that same breath, though, a hobbit is something so little, but something so powerful, and doesn't matter, how big or small a life or an object is, its impact can transcend its size. I'll synthesize this into a blog post at some point, and sorry for the background noise. My dog is drinking water, and it sounds pretty gross. But yeah, all that to say is that even the smallest thing can have the greatest impact, sometimes even more so. And yeah, look at that as a meta thing with the phone in our hand, something so small You coughing? Sorry, my dog. Can have a great impact. And as we get closer to the election coming up sooner than I think most of us are prepared for, I stayed in bed over a month over a puppy who died that I only knew for a month. Life is life, and they all touch you deeply. I've learned from my animals' deaths. Yeah, they really are, because the love is so pure, you know? My friend said it really well tonight. I'll get back to my other point about politics, but my friend said it really well tonight about how the contract you sign when you get an animal is that you are only given them for a really small amount of time, 10 to 15 years if we're lucky, sometimes shorter. So you're given this pure, amazing love, but it's only for so long. So that's really tough, but they're great teachers. That's for sure, for certain. But yeah, back to kind of the point, like I don't like to share anything political on here unless it's something that really I find impactful and isn't going to cause further division. And with the election coming up and the tensions mounting and everything happening, I'm not going to comment on thoughts about the election other than to vote. Definitely register. But as we get closer to it, really remember whatever happens, however it unfolds, beyond it now into the future, remember that you're powerful and that when things seem so out of control and chaotic and awful and scary and uncertain, the one thing that is certain is your choices and abilities, and there's still uncertainty in that, but saying that as a message of advice, that to remember that, you have power in your creativity, and you have power in taking agency over your life and your time and your creations, and not letting any outside noise distract you from your divine purpose and the lives that you can touch. So I know this is kind of like a roundabout, long-winded thing, but I really just wanted to pop on and say, hi, I'm Jen, and I'd like to do more of this in the future, and I just want to thank you all for being a part of Evolve and Ascend. Again, little ripples create big waves. Every little life person, it's not little, every life that I have the ability to touch or inspire on here really makes everything seem worth it. So thank you. And yeah, life is short and precious, and it's here to be lived. And I know that's such a hard thing to say in the midst of global pandemic, social injustice, political unrest, everything unraveling and falling apart. But remember to take time for your own self-care so that you can live your life and create and feel good and do what you can to make this journey the best thing that it possibly can be. Because nothing's guaranteed. But, yeah. That's it. But anyhow, neighbor's dog barking. I guess on that note, I'll probably go so you guys don't have to listen to the barking. But I've personally deactivated Instagram for now. Thank you so much. I appreciate that kindness. So I'm not on Instagram at the moment, but really, I'll pop on here. Misha, please stop. Every now and again, to try and engage a little more, because I'd love to be of service at this time and have little talks if this is something that's interesting to you. I done a poll about maybe doing like a book club or meditations or, things of that nature. So if that's something that you like, feel free to DM any suggestions that you have. I actually have a 52-week guided journal coming out in December called Everyday a Mentee. Barking. sorry. So I'd love to kind of offer more of the meditations on here that we do on there, or that we'll be doing in this book. So anyway, new stuff, good things. Live life as much as you can and take nothing for granted, and try not to get discouraged by the climate of the world, and remember that, even a hobbit saved Middle Earth. So small things can create big impact, and a little bit goes a long way. And I love you all, and have a great weekend, and all the best.